Hello guys, Ma'am Neri here, and today we're going to talk about personal effectiveness in this another episode in personal development, module 2, entitled I Do, I Have, and I Share. You are born with unique characteristics, habits, and experiences. Being grateful for all of this, you have to show and share it to everyone. As senior high school students, you should learn the importance of sharing your unique characteristics, habits, and experiences. In this module, you are expected to be able to share one's unique characteristics, habits, and experiences. As we start our lesson, let us first define some words and concepts that you will encounter in this module. So we have personal effectiveness. It is making use of all the personal resources, talent, skills, energy, and time to enable you to achieve goal. We also have experience. So experience includes knowledge and skills that we acquire in our daily life. And also, knowledge refers to facts, information, and skills acquired by a person through experience or education. And skills is the ability to do something well. For our pretest, in the scale of 1 to 10, you're going to rate yourself, 10 being the highest. So you write your answer in the journal notebook. Okay, number 1, I am a talented person. I can sing, dance, and perform confidently. Number 2, I master 2 or more skills. 3, I can easily overcome difficulties and challenges in daily life. 4, my friends know me very well. And number 5, I am proud of myself. Okay, so after answering the pre-test, let's now go to learning activities. For activity 1, we have my banner, The Treasure Within Me. Copy the banner, this activity, on your journal notebook, and after which you're going to write some descriptions of you based on the numbers provided. For example, in number 1 and 2, you're going to write the 2 things I do very well or you do very well. And then for number 3 and 4, my 2 greatest achievements in life. For number 5, what in myself am I proudest of? And then for 6, my happiest moment. For 7, positive words that my friends use to describe me. And then for number 8, a personal goal that I have already achieved. Number 9, 3 blessings for which I am most thankful for to God. Number 10, give 3 positive qualities you have. And then for number 11, difficulties, challenges, and problems that you were able to solve and overcome. Okay, after doing the activity, you're now going to answer the following questions. Number 1, what do you consider as your weaknesses, abilities, and talent? And then number 2, what are the remedies you will take to improve or compensate for your weakness? Number 3, how can you further enrich your assets and strengths? And then number 4, where and how do you use it to your assets and strengths? For activity 2, copy the table in your journal and try to fill it up. Put at least a minimum of 2 answers in each column. By the way, the name of the activity is Unique Things About Me. Okay, so here you can see characteristics, habits, and experiences, and you're going to fill that up. And then to answer the following question. Number 1, among the characteristics, habits, and experiences you have written, which do you think is the most unique for you? Number 2, what makes me different from my classmates? And number 3, in what way can you share these characteristics, habits, or experiences? Perhaps the activities have helped you in discovering your habits, characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses. Let us know that most failures emanate from weaknesses that are not recognized or probably recognized but not given appropriate attention or remedy. This could be a weakness in communications, personality, or ability. So instead of giving up or indulging in self-pity, you need to take action. Go for speech lessons, get skills upgrading, attend personality development sessions, or whatever appropriate remedies to your perceived weakness. Instead of simply focusing on your weaknesses, recognize your own talents and abilities. Build on them. Utilize them to your greatest advantage. This is where you can build your name and popularity. Example are those handicapped people like Jose Felician and other blind singers who did not brood over their physical handicap. They recognized that they have a golden voice, so they search for ways to enrich their talent, and now they have won international awards in the field of music. Personal effectiveness means making use of all the personal resources, such as talent, skills, energy, and time, to enable you to achieve life goals. Your knowledge of yourself and how you manage yourself impacts directly on your personal effectiveness. Being aware, making the most of your strengths, learning new skills and techniques, and behavioral flexibility are all keys to improving your personal performance. Our personal effectiveness depends on our innate characteristics such as talent and experience accumulated in the process of personal development. Talents first are needed to be identified and then developed to be used in a particular subject area such as science, literature, sports, politics, etc. Experience includes knowledge and skills that we acquire in the process of cognitive and practical activities. Knowledge is required for setting goals, defining an action plan to achieve them, and risk analysis or assessment. Skills also determine whether real actions are performed in accordance with the plan. If the same ability is used many times in the same situation, then it becomes a habit that runs automatically, subconsciously. Here are some skills that will greatly increase the efficiency of any person who owns them. Determination. It allows you to focus only on achieving a specific goal without being distracted by less important things or spontaneous desires. It may be developed with the help of self-discipline exercises. Self-confidence. It appears in the process of personal development as a result of getting aware of yourself, your actions, and their consequences. Self-confidence is manifested in speech, appearance, dressing, gait, and personal or physical condition. To develop it, you need to learn yourself and your capabilities. Gain positive attitude and believe that by performing right actions and achieving right goals, you will certainly reach success. Persistence. It makes you keep moving forward regardless of emerging obstacles, problems, laziness, bad emotional state. It reduces the cost of overcoming obstacles. It can also be developed with the help of self-discipline exercise. Managing stress. It helps combat stress that arises in daily life from the environment and other people. Stress arises from the uncertainty in an unknown situation when the lack of information creates the risk of negative consequences of your actions. It increases efficiency in the actively changing environment. Problem-solving skills. They help cope with the problems encountered with a lack of experience. It increases efficiency by adapting new ways of achieving goals when obtaining a new experience. Creativity. It allows you to find extraordinary ways to carry out a specific action that no one has tried to use. It can lead to a decrease or an increase of cost, but usually the speed of action is greatly increased when using creative tools. And the last but not the least, generating ideas. It helps you achieve goals using new, original, unconventional ideas. Idea is a mental image of an object formed by the human mind, which can be changed before being implemented in the real world. For generating ideas, you can use a method of mental maps which allows you to materialize, visualize, and scrutinize all your ideas, which in turn contributes to the emergence of new ideas. These are just some, but the most important personal effectiveness skills which make the achievement of any goal easier and less costly. Here are also some ways on how you can develop personal effectiveness. So we have body language, active listening, goal setting, time management, being proactive, assertive behavior, relationship and trust at work, stress management, and communication skills. Here are also some skills that are good to have, need to have, and you must have. Good to have includes positive attitude, fortitude, and workplace skills. The skills that you need to have includes analytical mind, self-belief, and responsibility and accountability. And the skills that you must have consist of ownership, commitment, and conviction. Part of being personal effective is giving and getting the best performance from yourself and others. How can you achieve this? Through clarity, reason, and positive emotion. As a student, you can also be personally effective by doing the following things, just like going to class, taking notes, reading assignments, scheduling study time, starting assignments early, asking questions, getting to know your teacher or professor, connecting with your peers, participating in campus clubs or activities, and getting enough sleep, eating well, and exercise. Take note that students' class attendance is the best predictor of academic performance in college or even in high school. Always go to class. Students who feel connected to their classmates and professors or teachers are more likely to complete their goals than those who feel isolated. Here are also some ways on how successful students do it. So first, they have attention to detail. So attention to detail means paying close attention to detail when you are taking tests and doing projects. You have to be able to separate the important details from the unimportant details. Successful students also are punctual. So they come on time and make sure that they are getting all their work done on time to be successful student. Punctuality is not about being on time. It's basically about respecting your own commitments. So how can you do this? Through long-term vision, prioritization, scheduling, delegation, improving concentration, being well organized, avoiding procrastination, reducing interruptions, efficient meetings, effective communication, avoiding perfectionism, and being assertive. Okay, so being punctual shows that you have integrity, that you value and respect other people's time, that you value yourself, that you are caring and responsible enough to take actions or tasks.
Successful students also do not procrastinate. So if you want to be successful in school, it is important to make sure that you do not procrastinate. You want to make sure that you are getting things done on schedule and never waiting until the last minute to get things done. So it's now or later. Every day spent procrastinating is another day spent worrying about that thing. So what you need to do is to do it now and move on with your life or with another task. Okay, so these are the excuses for procrastinating. So people say or students say, I don't feel like it, I'm busy, I'll do it after this. Okay, so you can hear these words from procrastinators. Uh, Another is it's not due until later. I still have time. I'll do it tomorrow. So it's like manada habits. And then my cat looks hungry. I should go feed her. So there are many excuses to procrastinators. Now, if you want to be successful students or successful student, you need to manage your time well. Okay? If it can be done, then do it. Successful students are good listeners also. You have to hear what people are saying and use the important parts to write down so that you can refer back to them at a later date for studying. Successful students also work in groups. You will have group projects when you are in college, and you will have to be able to work well with others to get them done. Make sure that you can also take the leadership role in your group if necessary to ensure that everyone is doing their part. Successful students also work independently aside from working in groups. Okay, take note that you will do a lot of things on your own in college or in high school. So you must be able to work independently. You have to be able to take tests, complete complex projects, and take notes without getting any help from other people. Make sure that you are able to schedule yourself well. I have mentioned earlier that successful students do not procrastinate. So that is part of time management. A successful student manage time well. So they may have lots of work to do, but they make sure that they do it on time or else they risk falling behind. So you have to be able to manage your time well, and you have to adhere to all due dates and make sure that you can get things done in a timely manner. Here is the priority matrix. So here you can see quadrant about important and urgent. The message here is that you must be on the first quadrant. Okay, you need to take action and do first the important and the urgent task. In that way, you will become successful. To be a successful student, you also need to schedule your time. You have to be good at scheduling yourself since you have a lot of responsibilities. You have to keep up with all your classes as well as the other important things in your life. Creating an effective schedule will make sure that you are able to get it all done. So you need to plan ahead, decide when to study, factors. Also, you need also to consider the factors in flex time. You need to be realistic also when tired or when you feel burnt out, you need to take breaks and then assess, and you need to look ahead. One trait that successful student also has is passion for learning. If you do not have a passion for learning, you will find several classes to be difficult to handle. You need to have a general passion for learning so that you can conquer all of the subjects necessary to accomplish your degree or course. You need to develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow.
You also need to have mental stability. You are going to have challenges tossed your way every day, and you have to be able to handle them. Make sure that you have solid mental stability before you start school. This will ready you to everyday routines and everyday tasks that your instructor or your teacher will give you. I hope that you are able to decide and reflect on the ways of how successful students do it. On a personal note, to be personally effective means investing in yourself. You need to use your time well. You need also to use your resources effectively so that you can discover your unique self. So as the saying goes, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. If you want to be an achiever, take this saying to heart. As a sort of reflection, let us have these three kinds of people in this world. So the first is the movie goer. This person watches the movie of their lives, admires some parts, and criticizes others. Aside from that, they do nothing else. All she says the whole day is, I like that thing, but I don't like that thing. The movie goer feels she has absolutely no control of their lives, except to comment about it. Moviegoers also are the most pathetic, miserable people in the world. The second is the actor. This person does not only watch the movie of her life, she actually realizes she is the actor and can control a big part of her life. She can actually make or break the movie by how well she delivers her lines and how she portrays her character. Actors are a happy bunch, realizing they're the start of the show and enjoy some level of control. But many times they wish the movie would end in another way, but realize that they have no say in such things. The third is the scriptwriter. This person does not only watch and doesn't only act, but she actually creates the entire movie from her mind. She determines what she will say, what she will do, and how the movie will end. She realizes she has enormous control over her life and sees to it that the movie of her life will turn out beautiful. Now the question is, who are you among these three people? Do you merely watch your life go on? Or do you act out a script that you feel has been handed to you? Or do you write the script and make your life beautiful? By the way, the producer of the movie is God, and he tells you, make the movie beautiful and I will give you all that you need for success. Again, my dear students, I will ask you, what kind of person do you portray among the three kinds of persons? It's time to reflect. Personally effective people or successful people have time to write and express their thoughts, feelings, and emotions. They believe in the power of journal writing. If you want to be successful, then write your personal journey because it is cost effective and available. It is preventive and proactive. It is creative and productive. And lastly, it is personal and private. Okay? Take note that the purpose of journal writing is to help you become the script writer of your life. Okay, so we have now come a long way discussing about personal effectiveness. Okay, so these are the processing questions. Number one, what concepts have you learned on this module? Number two, what have you discovered about yourself in relation to the module? And number three, what have you discovered about yourself in relation to the module? After which you are going to reflect on the topic and answer the question below, and then write your answer in your journal. The essay would be Who am I? For our post test, we're now going to write an essay about what do you think are the most unique characteristics, habits, and experiences you have that you think you can share in your community. For your assignment, to understand more about yourself, try to reflect on this question and write your answer in the journal notebook. Examine how you interact with others and answer, how do I interact with other people? My dear students, so we are now done with Module 2 in personal development. I have, and I share, and I hope that you learned from this module about personal effectiveness. May you apply all the ways and things on how to be successful student or successful person someday. I hope that you're able to decide and reflect on ways on how you are going to develop your characteristics, your skills and talents so that you will be a significant person, not only in yourself but also in your community. Okay, so again, on a personal note, to be personally effective means investing in yourself. Okay, so you need to use your time well and use your resources effectively so that you can be able to discover your unique self. So this is again Ma'am Nerissa Beatrice, and thank you for watching. Thank you.